say Ahaya, Ashahaya, and the list going on. Some brothers, Yahuwah, things like that. You already know, right? He said, for I am the Lord thy Yahawah, the Holy One of Israel. He said, the Holy One of Israel. He said, the Holy One of everybody. No, the Holy One of Israel. Thy Savior. I gave Egypt for thy ransom. Hold on. The same thing is about to happen, man. The Messiah will give America, Babylon the Great, for our ransom. The Messiah will do it is about to happen, man. Is about to happen. The Messiah will give Babylon the Great, aka the United Snake of America, for our ransom. Imagine that. Imagine that. Isn't that a blessing? And we don't take it for granted, man, because we're not worthy of this thing. It's just because of the mercy and the goodness, the love of the Most High, man. Because we were not righteous. Were we righteous as Isaiah, Jeremiah, Baruch? No, we were not righteous. We were filthy and dirty, rebellious, nasty, man. Bunch of idolaters, as so-called blacks, Latinos, until this very last day, man. But the Most High, he's going to take out the two-thirds, right? He said, Ethiopia and Seba for thee. The Most High said, man, the Most High, I've done this, I'll do it again, man. Right? Let's jump to verses 9. This is the book of Isaiah 43 and verses 9. Let all the nation be gathered together, and let the people be assembled. Who among them can declare this and show us from a thing? Okay, this is a quick question, right? We asking those that follow Islam. Can you show us this prophecy? Can you declare, can your prophet in Islam, can they declare this thing to us? Can they break down who we are to us? Can they teach us that we're the Israelite? Right? All your religion you get, Christianity, can they break it down? They cannot do it. I've been in the Christian church for at least for 15 years. At least for 15, I never learned anything like that. I never learned it. Truth for truth, I never learned it. I ain't learned anything. All right? Keep in mind. He said, well, who among them can declare this and show us formality? Can they show us formality? Only the Bible shows us formality, man. There's no book like the Bible, man. There's no book like the Bible. There's nothing, man. Right? He said, let them bring forth the witnesses. Bring your prophet. What are your prophet in Islam? What are your prophet in Hinduism? What are your prophet in Buddha? What are your prophet in yoga? And all the list goes on and on. What are your prophet, man? Let them come and show us all these prophecies that are written in the Bible. Right? He said, that they may be justified, or let them hear and say, it is true. Keep in mind. Let's get back to Ezekiel 39 and verses 8. Behold, it is come. Ezekiel 39 and verses 8. Behold, it is come, and is done, said the Lord Yahweh. This is the day whereof I have spoken. And they that dwell in the city of Israel shall go forth, and shall set on fire. Okay, this was after they come against us, right? With all the bows, everything that they come, the Messiah will move the Spirit upon us. And then those that will be among the elect, the saved one of our people, the Messiah will move the Spirit. We're going to go forth and set on fire and burn the weapons. All the weapons, right, of the Gog, Magog, Tubal, Meshach, Javan, right, the Ethiopian, the Persian or the Iranian, the Libyan, that came against us after we've been delivered from all the nation, being at peace in the land. The Moses said we're going to burn up the weapons, both the shield and the bucklers, the bow and the arrows, and the handstave and the spears, and they shall burn them with fire 7 years. Imagine. This has not happened. It's going to happen once we've been restored, we've been gathered from out all the nation, from the four corners of this earth, and brought into the land promised unto our forefather Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Prophecy, Ezekiel 38 and 39 will be happening after Israel, the so-called blacks, African American, Latino, and Native Indian, scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, mainly the elect, those that will be saved, after they will be brought back into the Holy Land, the promised land, the land that have been shared right now by the heathen, as we know. Luke 21:24. Is the time right now. So let them have it for right now. Because the Most High will give it back to us. We ain't got to fight. We don't have to go over there. We wait till the Most High, with patience, enduring until the end, the Most High will give it unto us. Whoever is worthy to be over there, the Most High will bring them in the land. Whoever is worthy, right? If I'm worthy to be brought into the land, the Most High will bring me, right? I don't take it for granted, right? I cannot sit down here and say that I'm going to make it. But no, I'm not the Most High. Only the Most High knows it. I still got to continue to cry unto the Most High. Do the best I can every day. Right? I cannot say, well, I don't know that. I don't know that yet. Right? So I got to pray and stay in the spirit all day. I got to pray and stay in the spirit and endure until the end. Then I'll be saved. You see what I'm saying? So those ones that will be found worthy to be in the land, those whose name are written in the book of life, yes, they'll be brought in the land. And that's the time the Most High say, we're going to burn all the weapons, the arrow, the stave, the bucklers, the shield, right, the spear, the hand stave, all those things for 7 years. Because the number 7 is a complete number. You remember from the beginning, the Most High created everything in 6 days, and on the 7th day, the Most High wrote 7, the 7 spirit, the 7 churches, the 7 mountain, the 7 hill. Okay? 7 is a complete number before the Most High, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. The main 7 angel. There's a multitude of angels before the Most High, but you got the 7 major angel. Keep in mind, 7 is a complete number. 7 spirit, the 7 candlestick, the 7 churches, which are the 7 region where the Israelites were living, or the 7, you already know, right? 7, right? For 7 years, so that they shall take no wood. So we won't need to go in the jungle, or you want to go in the field to cut a tree to go cook in the house. We ain't doing that. Let's see how we're gonna do it, right? He say, let's go to Psalm 46. Actually, Psalm 46 and 9. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 46 and verses 9. Psalm 46 and 9, right? This is the book of Psalm, chapter 46 and verses 9. So like here. This is the book of Psalm 46 and 9. Psalm 46 and verses 9. He make war to cease unto the end of the earth. The Most High only can do it. The only one that can make war to cease the Most High, because he's the one that control everything, man. Ain't no man that can guarantee you that war is going to cease. No. Only the Most High can stop Russia or Vladimir Putin from whatever he's just doing. Only the Most High, man. You cannot stop him. Don't you see, even though they put sanctions on Russia, all these things, Russia, he's still doing whatever he need to do, man. So you got to keep that in mind. Only the Most High. Right? Only the Most High can do that. Right? 46 and 9. Let's read it again. This is the book of Isaiah 46 and 9 again. Isaiah 46 and 9. He read. He say, He maketh walls to cease unto the end of the earth. He break the bow and cut the spear in sunder. He burned the chariot in the fire. Be still and know that I am the Lord. I will be exalted among the heathen. So what is this heathen? Gog, Magog, the so-called Russian, right? The Persian, the Libyan, and the list goes on and on and on. The Edomite, the Ukrainian, right? The Chinese, the Japanese, the Arabs, and the list goes on and on. He said, I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. Who is with us? The Most High, man. The God of Jacob, Yahawah of Jacob is our refuge. Selah. Keep in mind, man. We ain't got no other refuge except for who? The Most High. Let's go back here. Ezekiel 39 and verse 10. So that they shall take no wood out of the field, neither cut out any, he said, neither cut any out of the forest. We won't go cut any tree. For they shall burn the weapon with fire. Right? So we're going to use the weapon to cook. To roast the chicken, maybe you want to roast some fish, or maybe you want to do whatever you want. You want to make some, you want to cook some lentil, you want to cook some bean, you want to make some tomato soup, whatever. Listen, we're going to use those ones, right? For they shall burn the weapon with fire, and they shall spoil those that spoil them. We're going to spoil them after they came to spoil us, and rob those that rob them, said the Lord Yahawah. That's what the Most High say. It's a prophecy. It's going to happen after the people will be established, restored in the land. That's how it's going to happen. Okay? He say, verses 11, and it shall come to pass in that day that I will give unto God a place there of graves in Israel. Keep in mind, we're going to bury God literally in Israel. Keep in mind. He said the valley, so the place the Most High will give them will be the valley of the passenger on the east of the sea. On the east of the sea. Okay, the Mediterranean Sea, or which sea the Most High referring to, right? The Most High said that's where they're going to be buried. That's where these people that came against us to wage war against us, that's where they're going to get buried. That will be the burial places. That will be their grave. That will be the cemetery. The cemetery to bury them, that will be right there. Okay? Right? by the sea. Keep in mind. So this is serious. Some of you be there, be playing game, you know. You see the move, everything happen right now. So this prophecy will be fulfilled once we be delivered from out of all the nation. Right? Let us continue. And you say, and it shall come to pass in that day that I will give unto Gog a place there of graves in Israel, the valley of the passengers on the east of the sea, and it shall stop the noses of the passenger. Imagine, so they're gonna get destroyed, they're gonna get put to death till like they'll be stinking. You see, the body will be stinking all over that. It's gonna stop the nose of the passenger. People that walk past by me traveling through, they'll be like, whoa, wow, this place smell bad. Watch it. And there shall they bury Gog in all his multitude. So that's where they're going to get buried. Right? And they shall call it the valley of Gog. Gog. The valley of Gog. In 7 months, remember, 7 is a complete number, right? In 7 months shall the house of Israel be burying of them. That has not happened yet. It has not happened yet. The Most High say, we will be burying that. Those brothers and sisters that will be found worthy to be in the kingdom, they will be burying Gog and the whole multitude that came up with him, his whole army, the 1/6 that will be left, and the multitude he came in. Our people will be burying them for what? 7 months. That they may cleanse the land. That's how we're going to clean the land. That we're going to clean the land from them. Yeah, all the people of the land shall bury them. All the people of the land of Israel shall bury them. It shall be to them a renown the day that I shall be glorified, said the Lord Yahawah. And they shall save out men of continual employment. There we go. Passing through the land to bury with the passenger those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it, so the burial will continue. After the end of the 7 months shall they search. After the end of the 7 months. So there will be job for people. Continue employment. People will be burying. That will be the job. The job is just to be burying these people that came against us. That's why you don't want to do evil against the Most High, man. It's a terrible thing to fall into the hand of the living God, Yahweh, man. You see, and the passenger that passed through the land, when any seeth a man's bone, then shall he set up a sign by it, till the burier have buried in the valley of Gog. So keep in mind, people be coming and stepping on bones, human bones, thing like that. What is it? You say, listen, man, you gotta bury this, man. And also, the name of the city shall be Ammonah. Thus shall they cleanse the land. Verse 17. And thou son of man, thus said the Lord Yahweh, speak unto every feathered fowl. Ezekiel, the Most High, go talk to every feathered fowl, man. And to every beast of the field. Every beast of the field. Assemble yourself and come. Gather yourself on every side to my sacrifice, that I do sacrifice for you, even a great sacrifice upon the mountain. Right? Let me go right here quick. Let me go in the book of Sirach. Let's go to Sirach quick. Right? We're going to go in the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus. Right? We'll go to chapter 39. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, and I'm going to read verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Who made them? The Most High, man. The Most High. Fire and hail, famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpent and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. Verse 31. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when the time is come, they shall not transgress his word. You got to keep in mind. That's what we're reading right here, man. Right? The Moses say he will do a sacrifice for this beast. Even a great sacrifice upon the mountain of Israel, that ye may eat flesh and drink blood. Let's go right here. Zephaniah 1 and 7. Let's go to Zephaniah 1 and 7. Actually, bear with me right here. Let's go to Zephaniah 1 and 7. Zephaniah 1 and 7. Let's bring it up. There's a book of Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 7. And it reads, Zephaniah 1 and 7. You see, hold thy peace at the presence of the Lord Yahweh, for the day of the Lord is at hand. For the Lord hath prepared sacrifice. He hath bid his guests. Isaiah 13 and 6. Isaiah 13 and 6. Let's go to Isaiah 13 and 6. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 6. Isaiah 13 and 6. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 6 as you read. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Here we go, man. It's about to happen. All right? That's what we want every brother in a corner, wherever you are. You got to repent and keep the commandment. This is Ezekiel 39 and verses 18. Ye shall eat the flesh of the mighty. The